Hey, this is Sam here from kitchengadgetsclub.com and the voice behind the popular Kitchen Gadgets podcast, Magic with Gadgets. I've had a reader question and it was from Kim, and she lives in the Netherlands and she loves the Ninja Speedi, and she's heard a lot of complaints saying that the slow cooker setting on it is rubbish. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to test it with some Gammon in Coke and see what the slow cooker's like on the Speedi. So going behind the scenes with us, I've got a Gammon that wasn't in the best of condition. Basically some of its fat's come off, so I got it for a real steal, so it was much cheaper. So I can have a go at this one and plonk it in the slow cooker and do it like I would normally do it in a normal slow cooker, and then just see how the Speedi compares. So I've got this Gammon. I've also got the famous Diet Coke that everybody has when they do the Gammon in Coke, or if you live in the US you would call this ham in Coke. And then of course there's some left over in the bottle because you don't need that much. And then you can also add in some garlic and some onion to flavour it up a bit, but you don't have to. You could literally just add the Gammon in Coke. And the idea behind Gammon in Coke is that the Coke gets rid of the saltiness of the Gammon as it cooks and adds a lovely flavour to it. You can also do the same with Fanta, cider, or just using water as well. Any of those do a great job of this. It's just a great one. And sliced meat, when you buy it from the supermarket, is so expensive that getting a Gammon joint and slicing it yourself does such a better job. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing here. So like I said, I don't need all this Diet Coke. So, shall I make myself a drink before we get started? Oh, why can't I be in Europe where you don't have this problem when you take the lids off? That is what I'm looking forward to when I go travelling to Holland and to Germany and such like this summer. And then of course, when you get one of these, I'm just checking the literage on it. It's a 2 litre bottle, and roughly 1¼ litres to 1½ litres is best. So if I'm doing that in cups, if my maths brain is working today, then that is between 5 and 6 cups. So let's pour myself a drink before we get started. I'm just waiting for the fizz to die down a bit. Kyle was so kind to go and get this bottle from the shop because I realised I didn't actually have any in. So I'd say there's enough for you to have 2 drinks out of this mixture. So let's see how much we've got now. So we've just taken a little bit off the top, so maybe I could have a couple of drinks today. But cheers! Right, let's get on with this, shall we? So first of all, it's up to you. You can add the garlic and onion. It's personal choice. It's totally up to you. I like to add it, but others might not. I'm only using a small onion here. In all my recipes, I pretty much always add the onion because it adds a bit of flavour. But if you can't be bothered to peel an onion for the sake of trying out your slow cooker, then don't bother. And you could do the same by testing out any of your favourite slow cooker recipes that you know are done in a certain time, so that you can see what the slow cooker's like on this. I've left it quite late in the day to get it started, so I'm hoping it works. The onion to one side. What about some garlic, hey? You can use half, a whole, whichever. I'm just going to grab a bit of garlic from this half of this bulb I've got here. Top off there, it makes it so much easier for getting into. You can do the same again with the bottom and top. Once you're in with the garlic, you can just grab them and shove them in. And then I've just gone for some of the bigger bits of that garlic. And then for this small bit, I'll just add this bit as well. And then where we live in the UK, we have what they call a brown recycling bin, so I can just pop all this lot into my recycling bin, and then I can get the onion chopped and we can get it on. So let's chop the onion. You can do it chunky if you prefer, because you're just adding flavour to the cooking pot, so nothing has to be perfect about it. It's not like you're styling a pretty salad or anything, or that anybody's going to see it. And then onion in. All we have left to do is add the gammon and the Coke. Because it's always nice to have an easy one when you're just testing a recipe to see if it works. So this is the gammon. From memory, I think it was about 1.2 kilos because the packaging's not on it now. So that's like 2.5 pounds if you're using ham in the US. The secret is to add the gammon before you add the Coke, because you want the Coke going on top of it and dripping down the sides rather than just sitting it in the Coke. So, gammon in. Let me just get rid of my wrapping. So, all tidied up and ready for the Coke. So like I say, you can just pour it everywhere, but aim for some on top of the gammon as well as on the sides, because it does make a difference to the recipe. So on the top it goes. I kind of aim for the top and then let it dribble down. And then because I'm doing this in the Speedi, I'm aiming to hit just under where the top position of the Speedi is, because it kind of has that top position about there. So if we can be about 1 centimetre below that, then that's a great position for your gammon and Coke. And then, like you can see, I've still got a bit left to have another drink of later, because it's weird, because it's a weird amount, and otherwise you're buying 2 different bottles, so I'd rather just save some for myself. And then it's time for it to go on. So lid down. So to cook your gammon, turn it on. And we're looking for the slow cooker button, which is right at the bottom of the air hob section. So go all the way down to the bottom. And then you're looking for high, because otherwise it will take forever. It automatically sets it to 6 hours. So then you can choose 4 hours and press start, because it won't let you go any further down than 4 hours. So if you do want to do it for 3, set yourself a timer and then press start. For 6 hours. So then in a few hours I can come and check on it to see how it's doing and see how it performs compared to a traditional slow cooker. Traditional slow cooker, I can normally do a gammon in 3 to 4 hours, or if I want it pulled, I will tend to go for 6 hours. So we'll come back and check on it in a few hours and then see how it's doing. So the slow cooker gammon is done and it's ready for resting. But how long has it actually been cooking for? Seeing as there's such questions about the slow cooker element of the Ninja Speedi. Well, we are down to 2.5 hours left. So it automatically went on to do it 6 hours. So that means it's done 3.5 hours on high. And that is about normal for when we're cooking gammon or ham on high in the slow cooker. So I'd say it's about the same. We'll obviously do another test at some point and do some more slow cooker recipes. But so far so good. I recommend a really, really easy recipe to start with on the slow cooker setting, rather than putting in a really big effort into a Sunday dinner. And then you can see how it works. Just think of something basic you normally cook in the slow cooker, and then try that and see how that does. So shall we get it out so that it can then rest for a bit? Easiest way, put it on a fork, get rid of any of the excess liquid, give it a shake, and then onto the foil it goes. And then what I tend to do is I tend to do 2 sheets of foil on top of each other in different directions, like a cross, and then it's easier for wrapping up without it leaking everywhere. So let's wrap it up. And that's your gammon, and we're going to just leave it to rest for a bit, and then we can slice into it and show you what it's like. So I've allowed the gammon to rest, so let's have a look at it, shall we? Oh, let's open this foil. Oh yes, this gammon is looking fabulous. So then, it's still got its string attached, so I'm just going to get rid of the string bits first. And then if you are on a diet, then you can of course trim the fat. So if you have a look, that bit's got a lot of fat on it, so if you are on a diet you can trim all that lot off. Like that. And then let's cut into it and see what it looks like, shall we? Oh, I heard the meow of our cat. She must be hungry. I'm doing really thick slices here because that's what size George has asked for. Oh wow, look at that. There's the beautiful slices. And if you've heard that, that is Pepper. She's reminded us that Gammon's her favourite food. She can smell it. And she's not shutting up today. And look at that. Oh wow. The steam's still coming off it. It's just so nice, is this? And so much cheaper than buying it. Already sliced from the supermarket. Oh wow, look at that. I'm impressed. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. Perfect for sandwiches or just as a way like we've done to test our slow cooker out on the Ninja Speedi. And then of course, you know, you can have this for your roast dinner as well. No matter how you like it, it's just a great way to do it and show you how it's done in the slow cooker. And like I mentioned, the cook gets rid of the saltiness off the gammon and it's just brilliant. Thanks so much for watching our YouTube video. It feels so amazing that you've stuck around to the end. And of course, that must mean that you like our videos. So why not also follow us on social media? You can find us at the Kitchen Gadgets Club on Facebook and on Pinterest, TikTok. We're Kitchen Gadgets Club. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great videos like this one. And you can also find us at kitchengadgetsclub.com, where we have a membership that shares brand new kitchen gadget recipes every week. And we also have lots of great ideas, resources, tips and tricks. And we are an ovenless kitchen, so we teach you exclusively how to cook with kitchen gadgets. And a ciao for now.